Time for the waiver wire presented by YouTube TV. Here's the list that Matt Okada puts together. Quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield. One of the Saints quarterbacks, whoever is healthy and starting, be it Derek Carr, Jameis Winston. Gardner Minshew with the Colts off a bye. Running backs, pretty deep there. Devin Singletary, Khalil Herbert, Zack Charbonnet, Keaton Mitchell. And one of the two of Royce Freeman or Darrell Henderson, depending on which one Sean McVay likes this week. Ty Chandler in Minnesota also in play for waiver options this week. Over to some pass catchers. Odell Beckham Jr. along with Josh Downs, Johan Dotson if you prefer. Jaden Reed and Rashid Shaheed. I feel the need for Shaheed. Greg Dortch getting some work in Arizona as well. Elijah Moore, Khalil Shakir, Jackson Smith and Jigba starting to heat up, and Noah Brown. Hopefully he's back and healthy again this week going against the Jaguars. Tight ends, Taysom Hill, Logan Thomas, Isaiah Likely with Mark Andrews out for the season, and then a lot of defenses to stream. The Lions, the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Saints, the Giants, the Patriots. Oh my! So many defenses that you can possibly stream this week. But now to help us wade through some of this, it is our friend Matt Okada who writes the waiver wire column. You can check it out every single week at NFL.com/waiver wire. No teams on a bye this week, so everybody's rosters in theory are fully available to them this week. But Gardner Minshew also back off the bye. I know he's been sort of up and down this week, but this feels like a matchup-based play with Minshew here now.
It is indeed. We haven't seen really that much Minshew magic this season. He had a crazy, fluky, good game against the Browns, and he rushed for 2 touchdowns in that game. But we know that he can put up fantasy performances through the air as well. He's got good weapons with Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, even Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. So we can stream him if we get the right matchup. And holy mackerel, are the Buccaneers the right matchup. Tampa Bay has been absolutely torched over the last month. They've allowed 26 fantasy points per game to quarterbacks, and that includes a 6-point dud from Will Levis. That Levis game aside, they allowed 27 to Brock Purdy, 29 to Josh Allen, and 42 to CJ Stroud, all in the last 4 weeks. I'm not predicting that kind of ceiling for Minshew, but 20-plus points is extremely viable, and a QB1 performance feels like a lock. So if you need to stream for some reason this week, and having no one on bye helps avoid that problem, but the injuries kind of cancel that out, Minshew is your guy.
30 points from Minshew. You heard it here first. Someone that we've talked up a lot on this show is Zack Charbonnet, and Kenneth Walker leaves early this week. Okada, hard schedule coming up, but what are your expectations for ZC?
Yeah, if for some reason you just joined and this is the first time you're hearing of Zack Charbonnet, the important thing to know is the Seahawks spent up in big draft capital to add him in the second round this year, despite the fact they had just done that with Kenneth Walker. And so we kind of thought, well, does that mean he's going to eat into Walker's workload this year? They're going to run a committee of some kind. And he's really just been more of a light change of pace role guy for these first couple months. But he was just starting to flash before Waffer suffered this oblique injury this past Sunday, and now he has the opportunity potentially to show out in a lead role. From what I've heard, and this is somewhat speculative for now, Walker will likely miss 1 to 3 weeks. And the next 3 matchups are not great. It's 49ers, Cowboys, and 49ers again. So the upside may not be huge, but Charbonnet has 60-plus scrimmage yards in 3 of his last 4 games, running primarily as the backup. I do think he will be a flex play in those games. And given his upside and the chance that there may be lingering injury for Walker, I think Charbonnet could be one of those league-winning ads that we always get around this time of year. So try to pick him up if you can.
He's definitely starting to close the gap a little bit there in Seattle. Ty Chandler, I know we have loved him, and it just seems like the Vikings aren't ready to commit to Alexander Mattison. So maybe this is Chandler's time finally coming along.
Skull, listen, they've done their best not to commit to Alexander Mattison, so I do believe you there. Now, Chandler was out-carried by Madison 18-10 on Sunday, and it's worth noting that 3.1 of his fantasy points came on a fake punt, which maybe is a little fluky. But I just say those things to set the expectations. I do think Chandler is still a really strong pickup. On the 10 carries he did get, he had 73 rushing yards. More importantly, perhaps, he caught all 4 of his targets for 37 yards on Sunday Night Football. Madison caught 1 of his 2 targets for negative yardage. And he's just not passing the eye test the way that Chandler is. I think Chandler looks much more explosive, and you really want to have that aspect in the run game. We saw what it did for Kirk Cousins when it was Dalvin Cook in Minnesota. I think Chandler is much more in that kind of mold, and Madison can go back to being what he was with Dalvin Cook, which is a really good change of pace guy. So hopefully the Vikings watch this tape, look at this production, and start to make the switch. If they do, I think you're looking at like the new version of Devin Singletary supplanting Dameon Pierce phenomenon, which we've seen work out really well. So pick up Chandler if he's available.
Every time I hear the name Ty Chandler, I think of the old Knicks center. And speaking of New York legends, Odell Beckham Jr. Over 100 yards this past week for the first time, maybe since he's been in New York. No Mark Andrews now. What are you expecting from Odell?
Yeah, this is honestly wild that this is a thing. There was a long time ago we never thought Odell would be on a waiver wire. Then recently we didn't know if he'd be on a football field again. Now, since week 10, he scored a touchdown twice, and he took those 4 catches for 116 yards on TNF this past week. That's double-digit fantasy points in 3 straight games. He looks good, and while we haven't seen an incredible ceiling, I like the fact that the tape is showing more of the Odell of old. He looks explosive. He's taking slants for long gains. And most importantly, and unfortunately, Mark Andrews out for the season, which means Lamar Jackson is going to need a new alpha and a new go-to target in the red zone.